Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be making a very easy no-knead bread with beef tallow. This is the beef tallow we made together a couple of days ago. I wanted to continue here on the different beef tallow uses, and this is such an easy one. I really think you'll enjoy it, and welcome to all of my new subscribers. Guys, what the heck? I was so shook when that last short popped off. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you, and I hope y'all stay for the ride. If you love food, mostly homemade, and have an interest in working with your hands, if you love the idea of working towards becoming self-sufficient when it comes to food, drinks, dog treats, cleaners, soaps, desserts, all homemade and all fresh. If you love hiking and are focused on trying to live a very simple life, then you'll be right at home here, and I welcome you. So this channel is about learning and failing because those don't exist without the other. So without further ado, let's learn something new. So this only takes an hour, very easy, anybody can do it. So let's go ahead and get right into it. Here I have included the ingredients you'll need, so go ahead and take a screenshot if you want. I'm trying to make it as easy as possible, so let me know if you like this. So what you're gonna need is a bowl, 250 grams of flour, 5 grams of salt, 10 grams of sugar, about 14 grams of yeast, something like that. And then 180 grams of water. You want it to be between 90 and 100 degrees. 25 grams of melted tallow. Now I'm gonna go in with clean hands and give this a good mix. And then you're just gonna do this until it all mixes up really well. I'm trying to incorporate all of the flour. Once you get to that point, it's ready for the first proofing. I want to show you close up how this particular dough is supposed to look. This is a no-knead dough, so that means it's going to look shaggy like this. It will also be sticky on your hands. That is totally normal. You're doing amazing, sweetie.
Doing amazing, sweetie.
Now I'm going to cover this with a damp cloth, and then I'm going to stick it in a warm place. Being the garage, it's very hot here, so that's gonna work just fine. And wait 30 minutes for the first proofing. Now we want to get our cast iron skillet and then grease it up. I'm gonna use beef tallow, of course. Okay, so it is done proofing. It did overproof just a little bit, but I think we'll be okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this in the cast iron right now. So I'm just gonna get it and then fold it under itself in a decent looking ball type shape. Just like that. So we're gonna cover this with a damp cloth. We're gonna put it back inside of the garage and let it proof for another 10 to 15 minutes. While I have the bread proofing for the second time, I preheated the oven to 400 degrees. Guys, check this out. So I was gonna do a video about soap, and I found out that this one here, I did the hot process, and technically, it only takes 24 hours before you can use it, but if you want it fully cured, you have to wait a week. And I was like, what? I can't do that. I can't do that. So this will have to be another video. So, but look, isn't that cute? It's a little skull. It's kind of rustic looking, right? It's cute. I'd use it. And then I made little presents, and they smell like lavender. And it actually lathers up. It's so cool. I made soap. So yeah, this will be a video to look forward to in the future. And I made balls. 2 balls. Okay, bye. Chiquita, what are you doing? Looks like you brought grass inside. So it's fully proofed. Now I'm gonna stick this in the oven at 400 degrees for about 20 to 25 minutes. And here she is in all of her golden brown glory. It smells like I just entered into the pearly gates right now. Backstory. So I've made this bread once before with olive oil instead of tallow, and it seems to be foolproof. Believe me, it's hard to mess up. Doesn't it look so cool in the cast iron though? So I've been wanting to make more meals in my cast iron and I love it. I feel myself transported back to the days of my pioneer ancestors. Feeling very Laura Ingalls-ish.
Well, no one will ever marry you because you say such nasty things.
So I went ahead and moved it over to a cooling rack. I want it to cool down completely and I have good airflow, but I wanted to show the bottom of this. So before I put it in the oven, it was very fluffy. Let me show you the bottom, hold on. But here's the bottom, beautiful. Ooh, fuck, it's so hot. Okay, yeah, it's extremely hot. So we're just gonna wait for it to cool and then cut into it. But before we do that, first things first, I'm gonna melt this butter. I always wanna cover the top in butter, so that's exactly what I'm gonna do. And in my opinion, it balances the tallow flavor inside of the bread. Good coverage there. And of course, a pinch of salt. So it's nice and cool to the touch. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut into this. I'm so excited. So let's take a look at it here. It's very squishy. Like, look how fluffy it is. Okay, so I'm gonna try it out. That is very good. No beef taste. I've used tallow before in my breads. I did it in my dinner rolls and that has dairy in it. And I used the tallow, substituting it because I didn't have butter. And I think that the milk maybe absorbs the tallow because for some reason it was such a strong tallow taste. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? Does the dairy do that? I don't know. But this is so delicious. So I'm definitely gonna add this to my rotation of breads that I make. And I will most definitely be having a slice of this with my dinner tonight. Steamed broccoli, rice made with homemade bone broth, smoked chicken legs, and a slice of our homemade bread made with beef tallow. Let me know if you tried this one out. What do you think? Thank you so much for tuning in, and I will see you next time. Bye.